just in case.
Okay, so I'll mute. Are you going to mute yourself or I'll mute you?
I'll do it.
Let's go then. Okay, thanks for joining, and let's start in the usual way. We're going to just come into ourselves and find that moment of internal awareness or peace or presence, I guess. We're closing our eyes, we're just going to focus them ahead of us. Becoming aware of our breath. And at this point, we can either dedicate our effort, our practice to someone or something outside us, or we can even just send out strength or love or support to anyone out there who might think or we believe needs our help, but maybe we cannot give it directly. And then with that, we can finish that part of the practice. We can start warming up by taking both arms up gently, breathing in, filling up the lungs, stretching right up. And then on the out breath, palms down, release. Breathe in, arms up. Stretching. Let's have 2 breaths here, actually stretching, maybe moving our arms, our shoulders, one after the other, towards the ceiling. Continuing the breaths. And then releasing, palms down on the next out breath. Just the right arm up, breathing in, filling up the lungs. Just stretch towards the ceiling, loosen up the head, whatever it wants to do. Continue breathing. And then release that arm on the next out breath. Breathing in, the left arm goes up, filling up the lungs, stretching up to the ceiling. Then continue with the breath normally, but maintaining the arm at the top and stretching it further up. Loosen the head in any which way you feel so that it's not tight in the shoulders or the neck. And then release on the next out breath. Left hand, left side, right arm over the head, and we bend to the left. Continue breathing. Yes, anytime I don't say breathe, then you breathe. On the next in-breath, we take both arms up. And the next out-breath, right hand, right side, and bend to the right. Continue breathing as we continue bending over to the right. The next in-breath, we take both arms up. Now the left hand behind to the left, and then we just stretch in that general direction. It's really not a pose of any sort, but it's a nice sort of bend twist. So it's like 45 degrees bending, twisting behind us. And you can imagine you're in the car and you're trying to grab some one of the naughty children, if you've got children in the back. Then on the next in-breath, we breathe in. And then out breath, right hand on the behind, or sort of 45 degrees from our back. And then just stretch back and side. Or maybe we just try to grab something from the back seat. Breathing in, both arms up. And then we twist to the left, so right hand, left knee, and we just do a normal twist. Continue the breath as we twist further on every out breath. Next, in breath, both arms up. Out breath, left hand, right side. Breathing in, both hands up. And then the last one, we're going to go right hand, right knee, and then left elbow, right knee. Breathing out, empty the lungs. Breathing in, we just do a side bend or a side open. Breathing out, left elbow, right knee. Breathing in, left elbow up to the sky, staying close to the right knee. Breathing out 2 more times. Breathing in, open the chest. And then breathing out. Breathing in, both arms up. Breathing out. Now we do left hand, left knee, and then right elbow, right knee. Right elbow, left knee. Breathing in, opening the side. Breathing out, right elbow, left knee. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out. Last time, breathe in, open the chest. And then to the middle. The last one is just coming forward, as I like to just take the chest or the tummy to the ground and just have a nice deep stretch of the back of the pelvis, or the back of the waist there, maybe side to side, and we release there. Okay, let's do toes again, like I think last week we did. Just leaning back into those toes, putting some weight there. If it's too much, you can take some weight forward, or just put all the weight in on them. Oh, we have a sneezer. You're staying with me while I mute everyone. Hi Valeria, we need to mute. Hi, we need to mute.
Bravissima.
Okay. Okay, continue. So we are now toes. Bring the chest forward. Little mini back cows here. Hips in. Shoulders forward. Hips out. Chest out. And then release there. Pat the toes. Boop, 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 boop. And then we're going to go the other way, yes? So we're going to stretch the toes now upward. So I'm going to do it in two goes. The first, the easier way, or the, how can I say, in 2 turns. First, lifting the left knee, putting the weight on this toe. So we're stretching now in the opposite direction. We're bringing that knee up. Release, other side. And then we're going to do it on both at the same time if you're able to, but let's just first finish this right side. I'm now straightening the whole foot. Really, when I say the toes, really, the whole foot is getting that lovely deep stretch downwards. Now there you can do the left side again, or if you're able to, you can just take your weight back. If you're doing one side, you can change to the other side. If you're doing both sides, stay on. Maybe tiny little movements. And then gently come the knees down. And again, let's release those toes. Okay, let's from there move to a few cat-cows. We're going to breathe out, emptying the lungs, taking the chest, or the tummy right into the back of our spine. As we breathe in, do the opposite. The chest comes out, neck up, waist in, breathe out. Breathe in. One more time both ways, breathe out. Really use this time to stretch the spine. Breathe in. And come to neutral. Let's just take our hands 45 degrees or a little bit further to the left. And then I'm in a sort of C shape. And then breathe out into the lungs. Cow, cat. Breathe in, cow. Breathe out. In. Breathe out. Back to neutral, back to the center, and then we go to the other side. To the right side, about 45 degrees or a little bit further, and then breathe out. Emptying the lungs, taking your tummy right into the back of the spine. Breathe in. Open the chest, open the neck, hips down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And release. Come back to the center. And then at this time we can do anything. We can do some sort of skipping rope. One side, which is basically, if you imagine somebody's holding your tailbone and another kid is holding your top of the head and they're just using your spine as a skipping rope. And then in the other direction, you close your eyes, probably makes more sense in the inner eyes and the outer eyes to see this movement. And then we stop and we just do some ad-lib. Just any motion you want to give your spine. It's very liberating to just release. Super. Okay, we'll come back to the middle. Let's do a little bit of shoulder work. Remember last Sunday we tried to bring the shoulders into that nice front pose, but let's first just release it. So we're going to take just the chest in between the arms, take those shoulder blades right towards each other. You can see my neck being stretched as well. Well, put some muscles in my neck. So really taking now just all the weight inside our shoulders and compressing our shoulder blades. Loosen the head or the neck in that clasp. It's not natural, but we just stretch, and then we do the opposite. We're just going to push the mat away from us, take the shoulder blade right round the side towards the outside of our shoulders or our arms. It's also not very natural, but it's extreme. Now let's just pulse a little bit in, we breathe out, out, we breathe in. Back to the center. Now let's just sit on our heels to try and find that strong position of the shoulder. So remember the newspaper, as we open the arms, the shoulder blades have gone down in and down, yeah? That's the position we're going to try and find on the next motion, the next move here as a table. So now in tabletop, try and do that motion without moving the arms or the forearm. So now just lock my shoulder blades down. So from here, I'm taking them down, and then we go to plank. So now we should have a nice strong plank. Obviously, core is engaged. Right foot up. Shoulders should be nice and solid. If they're not, then maybe you could touch right foot down, left foot up. If this is too much, or you're actually the shoulders are collapsing, then you can put your knees down, yeah? Both feet down and release. Okay, we'll go back to a couple of those, but before that, I want to do some further shoulder and spine work. So we're going to do the thread the needle. I guess this is as good a view as any. So left hand on the ground, right arm lifts up. Breathe out. Just the half thread the needle as we breathe out into the lungs. Breathe in, right arm up. Breathe out, 3/4 of a thread the needle. Just preparing the back there, especially the lower back. Right, breathe in, right arm up. And breathe out, full thread the needle. So that's shoulder to the ground. I'm going to adjust my hands so the weight is nicely delivered on the ground. So my right shoulder, right cheek, right arm on the ground. Now my hips are all twisted with these motions. I'm going to try and bring my hips back towards a straight position. That will actually take my spine back to a straight twist rather than a bent twist. Need a little bit more stimulus there. We can take our left arm behind us and just grab our top of the trousers or leggings or whatever you have, and then take that shoulder up. And then gently release the left hand. Pushing with that hand, we lift the body. Twist a little bit to the other side, just as a gentle counter, and we come back to the ground. I'm going to do the other side. I've got this little pinky thing here, just to rest. So we're still on the camera, yes, so we're on the other side. So on all fours here, left arm up. Breathe in, left arm down, halfway thread the needle. Left arm up. I'm going to adjust my feet. Breathe out, 3/4 of a needle. And the final one, left arm up. And left arm down. Left shoulder to the ground. Adjust your hands. Left cheek to the ground. And I'm not reading the camera now. Okay, you know what I'm doing. But from there you can probably see better how my hips are now twisted, and I'll bring them back to the middle. Also, if you need a little bit more stimulation, take that right arm behind and grab the top of your trousers and leggings and open the shoulder up. Release the hand, push with that hand, breathing in, open the left shoulder, the left side of the chest, and we release. Okie dokie. So shoulders, spine. Let's do a little bit of strength. No, let's just start. I'm gonna skip the crow and then we'll go straight to the sun salutation. So let's start by on the mat. Asana. Check hips, check chest, check feet, check knees. And then we breathe in, both arms up. Breathe out, swan dive, down to a forward fold. Breathe in, half fold. Stretch that spine, take the neck out in the opposite direction to your bum. Breathe out, hands down, feet down. Chaturanga, or with the knees down, chest, chin, and tummy to the ground. Breathe in, roll the shoulders up, maybe baby cobra, maybe full cobra, maybe lifting the knees, which will become an upward dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right foot forward, arms up. Breathe out, hands down, left back down, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left foot forward, arms up. Breathe out, hands down, downward facing dog. Breathe in, step forward or jump forward, half fold. Breathe out, full fold. Breathe in, micro bend on the knees, arms up, stretch. Maybe a little back bend. Breathe out, hands in front of you. Anjali Mudra. Let's just feel the body there. Okay, let's do a second time, a little bit more tempo. I will give less instruction, but I'm sure you remember what we're doing, yes? So, breathe in, arms up. Swan dive, breathe out. Breathe in, half fold. Breathe out, both feet back, chaturanga down to the ground. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right foot forward, arms up. Breathe out, hands down, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left foot forward, arms up. Breathe out, hands down, downward facing dog. Jump or step forward, forward fold, and in a half fold. Breathe out, full fold. Releasing both arms up. And breathe out, hands in front of the chest, elbows. Okay. So a little bit of everything you normally like to do. So we're going to move on to our warrior poses. So we're going to go to right foot forward, left foot back. Both feet are planted on the ground. We use each occasion to do a little bit of footwork. So I'm going to bring my toes up. It's very important, and I learned to when a close friend of mine had a hallux problem, with the that bone sticking out. And although I'd seen it, we're still putting the feet up here. Although I'd seen it in very old ladies, you know, the grandmother of my ex, but now this time I've seen it in a young 40-year-old girl. So I think and it's partly because the feet just don't move. Now we're going to start grasping. The feet don't move, or the feet have been in high heel shoes for a long time, grasping. And the exercises she was giving time and time again was things like this, using your toes, trying to grab things on the ground. And so it's important that we all do that. So now we relax the feet, still have them planted. Remember that sometimes if we're collapsing inwards, then we really need to start to learn with yoga to pull up, and we pull from here to bring that arch open. Yes, that's another problem that a lot of people have. So from here, we're doing warrior two. So it's both arms out. We're going to put palms down, feet down, bend the front leg. Then now we can lean into it. Looking at the camera, you don't have a camera to look at, but sometimes the problem we can do is to lean forward. So we're going to try and bring that spine sort of vertical to the ground, which creates obviously a little bit of compression here, more stretching here, and that's what it's about. So stretch, looking at the right arm forward. Then you go a little bit deeper. And this is strength work, remember. We also try and bring strength into our practice, which is how we keep our muscles strong, bones solid, and basically just general health. And then from here, in the next out breath, we're going to bring the left arm towards the right arm, bringing the shoulders forward. And then on the next in breath, we're going to take the other arm out, so not twisting. Let's hold that for a couple of breaths there. In breath, hands together. Out breath, open the left side. Breathe out to the middle. Breathe in to the side. Actually, I've got the breath all mixed up just fine. So just find your breath. Breathe out. Breathe into the middle. Breathe out to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, and then stay there. So we're twisting, and then from that twist now we're going to bring our arms in Anjali Mudra, and we're going to put left elbow on right knee. When we do this, I always stress to try and feel that your hands are going to be in the center of your chest, and that makes you actually twist further. The next out breath, see if you can bring that left foot forward next to the other one. And then we're now on a, and we're going to go on a chair with the arms twisted here. Now from there, I'm going to try and take all the way to my left leg and lift the right leg with my elbows back to it. There, then when we got it, release and just hold one knee. Okay, don't turn around and turn towards the camera, you just turn whichever way you are, and I'm holding that knee, and then we're going to open. We're now into our balance process, yeah? And let's try again from taking the left arm out, open the hips, feel how your balance is, and then just let's try this mudra, touching finger to thumb, and see if it makes any difference. there, release the finger, release the hand. We're going to go to tree. In both arms out. And I'd like to experiment again, so don't do it when I tell you, but just after I finish speaking, feel yourself, close your eyes, no, don't close your eyes. Feel yourself and then engage the thumb and finger. And there, arms up, breaking the mudra. And then count to 3. Stretch. 2. Coming in and release. So we do the other side. Now we know what we're doing. Left foot forward, right foot behind. And we'll try and do some of these toes for feet work here, bringing the toes up. Now as I'm bringing my toes up, I'm actually feeling, and I hope you are too, these muscles. I don't know exactly which muscle pulling up, and these ones you can see it here. So that it really is pulling up. And then as we got nothing else to do here, we're going to try and also bring the little toe up, or at least tell it, try and communicate with the little toe, to tell it to also be involved in this movement. So I hope your lower legs are really heating up, because that's what could be happening. And then release the toes, and then grip, 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 grip. Gripping with the toes, so you're trying to pick up the mat. And then we release. Relax the feet, check on your hips, check on your chest, and arms out. And then we bend the front leg for a warrior 2. Here once again, if you're leaning slightly forward like I am, I'm going to take that back to try and be vertical to the ground. But when you go to the ground, vertical to is the earth or something. Checking on my hips, yeah, if I'm leaning back, trying to bring that hip forward, chest is open. And then I'm going to move this time kind of 45 degrees, so I'm in the full camera, and then from here we're going to go breathe out, breathe in to the other side. Breathe out, breathe in to the other side. Breathe out, hands together. Breathe in, twist. I'm still hitting the wall there, so I'm going to move. Breathe out. Breathe in to the right. Breathe down. Breathe in to the left. Breathe out. Breathe in to the right. Breathe out. Breathe in to the left, hold it there. Continue breathing. And palm of the hands together. Left knee, right. Left elbow, right knee. Is that the way? No, right elbow, left knee. And again, try to see if you can get your hands in the center of your chest. That's by moving the chest, not the hands. From there, gently adding 1 step or 2 steps or 3 steps, whatever, right foot towards left foot. And I've got the mic there. So I'll change the position to here. Lovely twist. And then weight on the right leg, lifting the left knee with the elbow stuck to the knee. This is balance here. Once you're there, release and just hold the left knee with the right hand. And we twist. No, we didn't do that. Left knee, left hand. And we just basically open the hip there. So we didn't twist this time. Open the hip. Feel your hip getting touch on the other side. At this point, we can experiment a little bit. Right hand out. And then at any point you want, engage the mudra. Release and tree pose. So I'm going to engage it right up here. You could have a half tree with the foot on the calf. And to hold it, I put a little bit of pressure between thigh and the foot. Arms out. Trying to open those hips, although otherwise, there's more exercise if you're trying to bring those hips open. So taking the hips forward, open the hips, arms out. And again, just to experiment if there's any change in feeling when you engage the mudras. Okay, release or hold it. Last time I said release, maybe you can hold it if you want to. The move doesn't take the arms out. I'm at a slight angle here, yes, nothing to do with the pose, it's just I moved my foot earlier. Arms up, hips forward, chest open, 3, 2, and release. Bounce out, hold the leg, and release. Maybe give our lower back or our hips a little swing here. Okay, we're going to do some active balance poses. So let's get some bricks together if you've got them. Put one on each side. We're going to go for a warrior 3, and then we're going to pump it up. Not pump it up, we're just going to try and create some strength there. So without much further ado, we're going to take the right leg strong with our normal checks. Tip forward, left leg goes up, right hand maybe touches the wall or a chair or a brick. Left arm goes out, forward. Then on the breathing out, we're going to take knee to elbow. In, stretching. Now every in-breath, we should be able to feel how that hand and foot breathe out, knee to elbow. It's really stretching away from each other. Let your own leg continue, yes. Two more times. Some hips and release that foot. And guys, we'll come to the next side of the flight. So left foot strong on the ground. Use your chest. Tipping forward. Hold onto the brick, or the chair, or the wall, or whatever you have. Right hand forward, breathe in, stretch, breathe out into elbow. This time. Stretch, 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 and hand to hip and release. Nice, isn't it? I hope you're enjoying it. Let's do a second variation of that, and then we'll go on the floor. Second variation is even more demanding, which is good. So let's do left leg is strong. Now we'll do the same with the standing splits. Called standing split really is just picking our leg up as much as we can. So from there, we're going to do the same again. From that leg is strong. I'm going to take the right foot up. This time, I'm sorry, I'm going to get both bricks here because we might need more balance there. Right foot goes up. Chest goes down, and then I'm going to hold on to the bricks here. Now, normally we'll be trying to do this by holding the ankle, but because we're going to pump it, I need some support, so you do, if you can do it holding your ankle, good. If not, just either the floor or the bricks, and then the same. We're going to take that right knee up, breathe in, breathe out, bring it to the back of your other knee. Breathe in. The idea is a stretching here when we breathe in. 3 more times. We'll feel the whole hip and leg stretch. And on the last one, hold it. Maybe there we can release and see, do some balance. And release, hands down, leg down, with the bent knees coming up again, giving the back a good support. Go to the other side. But it doesn't matter which side actually, because you're only doing the side. So the right leg is strong. Tip from the hips. Hip, hands on the ground, on your ankle or on a chair, or on the blocks. Stretch that left foot up, and then breathe out. Breathe in, left knee up. Breathe out. Breathe in, left knee up. Breathe out. 2 more times. Hold it there. Maybe we can turn this into a balance pose. Hands on the ground. One hand on the ankle. The other hand on the ankle. Both hands down, knees down, feet down. With the bent knees, we come up. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, we're done. That was a nice standing series. Let's go to the ground. And we're going to start playing. We'll start with play. Right, in the past we've actually rolled on our backs. We've rolled forward and back. In the past, we're going to do it slightly different just for fun. So cross our ankles, hold on the toes, and then lifting up and forward. Lifting up and forward. We try and do with a round back. Yeah, if it's flopping, then maybe just do gentle ones. Yeah, that should be round back, back. forward. And when you've done 3 or 4, we can swap the legs at the top here. Swap the legs, and we go back. That's just a little bit of playful work, which is always good, and it helps with the motor center. Now I want to go on to core work, yeah? So from here, we're going to boat pose or Navasana. So hand is behind the knees, bringing the feet up. Now this is perfectly fine as an exercise. You can also release the arms, or we can stretch the feet. Now in any of these positions we start actually collapsing our lower back, then it's better to go to one before. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and open up very gently. Then we're going all the way down to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. This time all the way down, but very, very slowly. And release. Maybe do a gentle wheel, just to stretch the core here. And back down. But stay down, just moving. Got to make things around my head here. Okay, we're not done with core, yeah? So let's put a hand behind our neck, feet planted on the ground, and just lift the shoulders. Yeah, we're not really crunching out our neck. The neck is quite relaxed, it's just the shoulders are coming off the ground. Legs are coming up as well. And then start tapping. Breathe out, right foot down. Left. Right. Just find your breathing. How should we do it? Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe out. Now the shoulders are still off the ground. On the next breath, coming up, stays up, and release everything. Then you can do a baby wheel just to stretch the core. Right, I'm going to do it one more time, this time with a twist where we get the obliques working as well. So hand behind the neck, lifting the shoulders, not the head, the shoulders up, feet up, and then we stretch the left hand. We're going to go to the, stretch the left leg and left elbow to the right knee. In, other side, right leg goes out, right elbow goes to left knee. One more time. Stay up and release. One more time, just relax, find a way to get blood back into the core. And the last time, hands behind the neck, take the shoulders up, take the knees up, and now comes the real crunch. Lift, not the knees up, but the tailbone. Yes, so we'll lift from here up. 3, 2, 1, and lift. 3, 2, everything's coming up. 2, and lift, and release. And now really stretch your legs, stretch your arms. We're going to be coming up through the side, so we're not putting pressure on the lower back when everything's been worked so hard. We're going to come to sitting again. Hands facing forward behind us. And we're going to do a reverse plank, yeah? So feet down. Just find your best way to do this. So my legs are facing, fingers are facing forward, toes are facing forward, 3, 2, 1, and lift. And back down. Come forward. Well, I'm going to try that one more time. And for the ultra challengeable, ultra, what's the word? Not ambitious, but yeah, if you want the extra challenge, I'm going to lift one foot up. Yeah, I mean, this is a challenge for me as well. So let's just go jump in and look there, look after. 3, 2, 1, lift. Left foot up. Left foot down. Right foot up. Both feet down, lift the hips up. 3, 2, and release. Great. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's do a twist. I was just doing it naturally because we felt I needed, but let's do a twist. So left knee is on the ground, left foot is under your right butt, right foot is next to the left knee. So this is a classic twist here. Now this point, some of us might want to have a tiny little support on the left, or a brick, or none at all. And then just try and find that your spine is actually straight. And then once that is done, now some people will do the elbow outside the knee. That for me is too much. So I do elbow inside, or inside of the elbow on the knee, and then twist. Maybe right hand behind, and then just adjust. You get straight spine, you're spiraling up, not down. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, and move. Continue breathing, continue twisting. And release. Swing the legs so the right knee is now facing forward. Left foot is on the side, just there, so that as much as possible, your hips are on the ground, your spine is straight. And then once you find that straight spine, as I said, you can put the elbow on the outside or the elbow on the inside. And just find that you get your tummy over the tummy ribs over the thigh, and then adjust so you're actually spinning or twisting up. 3, 2, 1, and twist. And release. So having done that twist there, you don't really need to do it on the ground. We're going to go for a very gentle candle pose or shoulder stand. Now this, you have to be, I mean, I'm not there with you, so you just have to be very conscious that when you take your weight up to the shoulders, they are on the shoulders and not on the neck. You stay here, it's an inversion, let all the blood and all the organs be in the opposite direction to gravity, or you can take it further up. But just be conscious of your neck. You're not putting weight on the neck. And you're not looking sideways yet. Don't try not to look at the camera. Don't look at anything, just on your toes. You can also go with the knees. If you could play here a few things. Your knees next to the ears. Or feet behind your head for the plow. And then to come down, we put the hands behind us. You know, behind us in this case, and try not to flap on the ground, but gently release the lower back. Down, and down. Relax the body. Maybe here you can do some movements that the body is kind of asking for. It's now 7 o'clock, so we're going to Shavasana. I'm just going to lie down here for 3-5 minutes. If you want to join me, and just relax. Enjoy the music and the body feeling. Okay. Okay, so my Shavasana is over. You can stay, continue your Shavasana. What are you doing, little man? Or you can come up, however you want. What are you doing? You can't disturb us here. Okay, so that's great. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. And we'll see you next Sunday, yeah?
Thank you, Elias. That was wonderful.
Yes, it was indeed.
Yes. So any feedback on that? I mean, does it get a little bit too hard sometimes, or is it always nice to have a challenge? Now we've got a small group here.
I like a challenge personally. But
Okay.
my lower back at the end, sometimes I have problems with it. Like just now is in child's pose, because my lower back seems to be.
Yeah.
Same with me. Yeah.
Okay.
After a long day of sitting, it happens.
Yeah. Well, it's the lower back does suffer. I mean, I have lower back problem. Oh, let me stop the recording.